Hey guys, Dan Heilman. We are back with another video. Today we want to talk about the Bitcoin price action, a little bit of what happened on the Bitcoin 2024 convention. Trump was a speaker. Elon Musk did not show. There were some rumors. I was watching the live. We're going to talk about some of that stuff, but before we get started, if you don't mind, go down there, hit that subscribe button, press that like button, leave a comment if you enjoy the content, and just remember, I am not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or a CPA, so please do your own research. I am just some guy on YouTube who is very passionate about investing, so I like to share my opinions and talk about what I'm doing, so you are more than welcome to listen along and follow along as well. So, all right, very first thing is today we had a test of the 70,000 limit. We basically hit it identically and kind of got rejected and went back down, right? So we 2 days ago, the Bitcoin convention at nighttime, it was like 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon where Trump was talking. The price, you can see right where he started talking right here, the price went down very heavily. The price went down almost 2.5%. It was kind of funny. I'll show you a screenshot of me watching the the live stream on my phone and just watching the price go straight down. But it would have been a good trade opportunity if you happen to. A lot of people say sell the news and buy the FUD. So if you would have sold right around the 79,000, you could have bought back in, anywhere down here, 66, 67. So that would have been a nice little swing trade. And then we ended up shooting right back and actually passed it 2 days later. So just today, just a couple hours ago, honestly, like maybe 4 hours ago, we were testing this 70,000 and we got rejected. Now there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'll show you some of the open interest that we have going on right now. And we did get some liquidation. So if you just Google heat map, liquidation BTC heat map, you can see when we pumped up to about 69,700. There was a lot of liquidations that happened in this range, and there was a lot more liquidations sitting up in the 70,300 range. So basically what this is you can see that if you get down to these areas, you liquidate a lot of these because it basically uses up all of your margin that you have on futures trading. So we're actually not allowed to futures trade in America. I talk about it a lot, but it's kind of annoying. You can't really futures trade BTC in America, at least. And this is part of the stuff that Trump was talking about. So I kind of want to talk about this because I think it's really important, because right now America is just not competitive when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So if you want to join my Discord, I put some news in the news section. Feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description below. But this is just kind of a summary that I saw on X that kind of recapped what Donald Trump talked about. So on day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. This was really funny because it got a huge standing ovation from the crowd. Everyone was cheering on this one. It was pretty good. So create a U.S. government strategic national Bitcoin stockpile if elected. So basically what he wanted to do is, oh yeah, here it is, the next one. U.S. government will keep 100% of the Bitcoin it owns. So he was basically suggesting that we keep all of the Bitcoin that we have currently. We actually have the U.S. government has a big chunk of the world's Bitcoin. So it's quite interesting. We do have a lot of it from illicit activities that basically got seized. But we have a lot of it. And he was suggesting, he didn't say exactly what everyone wanted to say. Everyone wanted him to say that we will basically force the reserve to have a portion of the strategic U.S. reserve stockpile in Bitcoin. Now, he kind of said that, but he didn't quite say it. And I don't know that the president even has the power to do things like this. I'm not a politician. I'm just some guy, as I said. But I don't know that because the Fed is technically, I think, a private organization. They're not government-owned entities. So kind of interesting how that works, but I don't know that they can even force that. But anyways, that's what he said he wanted. So he kind of said what people wanted him to say without saying it outright. And I think he didn't want to trap himself, because I don't know that that's even a possibility. But anyways, he talked about some other stuff. Bitcoin is going to the moon. Never sell your Bitcoin. He did mention that a couple times. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Did he mention Germany? I forget if he mentioned Germany or not, but it was kind of funny because the German government is out there selling all of their Bitcoin, and Trump's up here like, let's wait, let's not sell it. We'll see what happens. If Bitcoin goes up a lot, the German government might be extremely disappointed by that decision. So we'll see. But Bitcoin will one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. That would be insane. The market cap of gold is much, much, much higher than Bitcoin currently, but I could see that. I could totally see that. If we're going more and more, we go towards technology, and gold is kind of this antiquity that we've been carrying on in terms of, at least in terms of, currencies. I mean, it's not, you're not going to walk around with a bar of gold, you know what I mean? And so many currencies are digital now. Even your US dollars are mostly digital. So I don't know. Maybe it is the gold of the future. We'll see. I reaffirm my pledge to commute Ross. I forget what this guy did. I actually must have missed him. I was actually at the pool with my family trying to listen to the live stream. So I missed that, and I actually don't know who that is. So comment below if you know who that is. There will never be a CBDC. So this is a central bank digital currency while I am president of the United States. So there's a lot of worry. In China, they have the whole social engineering thing where they have these currencies now, and you have a social credit score, and they can stop you from traveling, stop you from spending. So it puts a lot of control in the US government's hand. And whenever we give the US government control, they usually abuse it. They almost always abuse it. So I see why people are afraid of that and don't want that to happen. Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before if elected president. Yeah, there's a lot of positive news around him, the economy, cryptocurrencies especially. His VP is super bullish on cryptocurrencies, who did not speak at this event, but yeah, very interesting there. Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The current US government is threatening the dollar. This is a really interesting take on this. And what he mentioned in the live stream was that like USDT, USD Tether, USDC, which is the Coinbase version, I believe it's Coinbase, who originated that one. He's saying it just makes it easier for other people to hold these currencies. And what happens is these stable coins, they take a dollar and they do put it in their bank for every dollar they sell of USDT. There was some FUD about USDT, and they were saying that, they don't have $1 for each USD, but then, comes out later that they actually did. But anyway, so this is what he's meaning by that. So that's very interesting. The United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Now, this is what I was kind of talking about with exchanges and stuff. We can't even really have leverage trading of cryptocurrencies in the US. We have the KYC requirements here, which is know your customer, which is basically the IRS requirements that you have to have all the information, social security number, picture, name, address, all of this stuff that you can report what happens to the US government and the IRS. So a lot of exchanges don't have that because they don't want to follow and jump through all those hoops. So that means a lot of these exchanges are just not allowed here. You have all these amazing exchanges like, Marjax and all of these, and you're just not allowed to do it. If you go in here and you hit sign up, it'll ask you, basically, I'm not a resident of the countries where you don't provide service, and the United States is unfortunately one of those. And Bybit, all of these amazing exchanges known around the world, we are not allowed to use in America. So it's really unfortunate, and we're really handicapped over here when it comes to trading. You're basically forced to break the law if you want to use leverage trading or anything like that, which is unfortunate. I mean, I don't know that that's exactly, the law, but it seems like all of these exchanges don't allow you to sign up unless you're outside of the US. So that kind of sucks. Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government coercion and control. I don't know. Another big speaker was Edward Snowden, and he had kind of a terrifying speech, I'm not going to lie, about Bitcoin, and talking about basically how the government's probably going to end up taking it. And I've seen some other videos about how they took gold back from the U.S. citizens. The U.S. was on a gold standard, and then at one point it became illegal to even own gold because they wanted to control it more. And, he was saying basically the government is trying to play ball and trying to get involved in this, but he's saying that's not necessarily good news. It could be bad news because maybe they want to control it. Maybe eventually they'll say you're not allowed to hold your own cryptocurrencies. But Trump did specifically state that you'll be able to custody your Bitcoin, which would be very important. And then finally, I pledge to the Bitcoin community that one day, that the day I take oath, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. Yeah, I haven't seen Harris say anything official about her stance on cryptocurrency, at least not yet. There was rumors that she was supposed to attend the Bitcoin conference and then basically dropped out at the last minute. But anyways, if you want to check out some of these new articles, I try to post whenever I get some good news. I try to post it in here. Feel free to join and kind of chat. It's not super active right now. We're trying to get more people involved in talking about stuff like this. So that's gonna be it for the video. Just want to kind of talk about what's going on there. Before I finish, I will just talk real quick about some of the trades that I had open. Just keep it open on those. So we're doing really good on my Solana trade. My Solana trade was up at one point, up 30%, just from whatever the date was. 714. I bought at $151. So that's really good. Now we're down to about 23%, but we're going to keep this open for quite some time. I have staked the Solana. It takes about 6 days to unstake it. Render trade is doing okay. I was up like 10%, and I actually ended up closing it right about I think I closed at about 6.7 for about a 6% gain, and then I reopened it about, I want to say 6.4, 5 or down in here. So right now we're actually a little bit negative on it. We're probably down about 3%, but that's okay. I won't take the loss. I'm just gonna hold on to it for a little bit, wait for it to go back up, take another profit. You can see we're just bouncing all over. So if you're kind of looking at these resistance lines, you can see all these random lines I have, or seems random all over. You can see these channels we've been trading in. I use these as support and resistance. So if I see that, you know, we have an intersection between all these, I think there's going to be a high amount of volatility. So maybe take your profits in here. I was unfortunately up north with zero access to internet, so I couldn't really trade much in this area where I wanted to trade. So that's why I ended up closing it, you know, just a couple of days ago. I would have liked to close it up in here, obviously, and then buy back in low again. But you can obviously never pick the top and bottom. But anyways, FET. I need to make another video on FET. They just canceled the merger, or at least canceled the ASI merger. It's still FET. It's still all of the cryptos have merged into FET, but I think that's what's causing this negative price gain. So my trade was initially up 20%, and now I'm down frickin' 6%. So anyways, I'll probably wait for this to go back up a little bit. My cost basis is 1.31 for at least my last trade. My total cost basis is way up here. So I don't know. I'm going to probably try to take some profits out of here. I was hoping to make a nice trade when this converted into ASI, because usually when you get a new token name, you'll see a lot of stuff going on. But anyways, that's a trade update. I don't want to talk too much about it. I will make another video on FET, I think, and just kind of talk about what happened and my thoughts on it, because it seems like it kind of lost its steam. But anyways, that's it for the video. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Really helps me out. That's it for the video. Join the Discord if you want. Chat. There's only a couple of us, but feel free to join and, you know, mess around and share your thoughts, etc. So that's it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.